Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Helen and you're watching Stitch Rip Repeat, and today is another Friday Sews. Now I have to firstly thank the lovely Jen, who is today in Jen's sewing room. She came up with the concept of Friday Sews. If you watch me regularly, you will know that I don't contribute every Friday. However, there is plenty of vloggers out there who do. So please make sure that you check out the hashtag Friday Sews so you can see all the wonderful videos that are out there. I do mine as and when I can, and today I had a few spare minutes, so I thought I would hop on and just give you a quick rundown on what I have been up to. Firstly, I have to say I don't have any sewing that I've done this week. I'm sure you'll understand it is the school holidays here in the UK and I have 4 children. I just haven't found the time to do as much sewing as I would like. If you follow me regularly, you will know that I put up a video last weekend for my Zadie jumpsuit, which was the last thing I finished. That was a collaboration that I did with Tamlyn from Sewn on the Tyne. I'm sure you've already seen it, but just in case, I will pop the card here and you can go and check that out. So that was the last thing I actually sewed. So other things I wanted to talk to you about that I've been doing are some shopping, of course, some planning, and also I wanted to talk to you about an app that is in the testing stage, which I think a few other people might have told you about, but I've really been enjoying using it. And I wanted to give you a quick rundown on what it is. So it is called the Stash Hub, and it is the brainchild of Yvette, and she is Blossom Sandwich on Instagram and YouTube. And her husband have worked on developing this sewing app where you can put all your fabrics and your patterns, and you can also do any projects you've got lined up, and you can keep them stored on this app. Now, I absolutely love this app. It is just the perfect thing for me because I have no clue. As you'll probably know from previous videos where I've said that I've bought patterns more than once because I didn't know that I already had them. So I have no clue what I have got because I've got far too much, let's be honest, but that's the way it goes. So this is a really great way for me to be able to keep a track of everything that I've got and every fabric that I've got. And then also my favourite part of it has been putting the fabrics and the patterns together in projects. So hopefully I will pop in some video or footage to show you what I'm talking about. The only downside to this app, for me personally, and I'm sure other people out there, is it's made me realise that I honestly should not be buying any more fabric or patterns anytime soon because I have so many. But still, it's really nice to see them. It's been a little bit like Christmas because I've uncovered patterns and fabric that I completely forgot I had, and I've got a renewed love for them, and hopefully I will sew them up soon. So as I say, it's in the testing stage. It has some fantastic features, such as obviously you can upload photos, you can put a link to the company that you've bought the fabric or the patterns from, you can put in your own notes, you put things like for the fabric, the length and the type of fabric, the amount it cost, when you bought it, whether you've washed it, whether it's uncut, just loads of information. And they're still working on putting in different fields that people have suggested. So it is a brilliant app. It's the same with the patterns. You can put in whether it's a paper version, whether it's a PDF, if you've printed it out, if it's a PDF, what sizes it is, notions required, just literally anything you'd want to know. And I love it because then it's there on your phone. So when I go out shopping, I can just scroll through, and if I've got a fabric and I want to know what I need, it's all there. So brilliant. Yes, as I say, it's currently testing, but it will be rolled out eventually. And I think the plan is to do like a monthly subscription charge, which I think's brilliant. To have all that available to you at your fingertips for a monthly charge is just ideal for me. And I'm sure it will be for lots of other sewers out there. So it's going to combine this section with a fabric that I bought recently, and I will hopefully pop in the photo of how the project side of things works here. So what I'm doing now, since I've downloaded the app, is when I buy fabric, I put them onto the app straight away before I've even received them so that I know it's there. I have gone through a few of my current fabrics already, but that's going to take a bit longer because, as you know, I have so much fabric. But it's really good going forward to put in fabrics as and when I buy them. Now, this one was one I bought from, again, the lovely Tamlyn. She's been having a bit of a de-stash, and if I can find the fabric type, I'll put it on the screen. You know me, I'm rubbish, but it's like a really light, possibly a crepe. And hopefully Tamlyn will watch and put it in the comments if I haven't already. She had, I think, 2 or 3 meters of this, and I immediately knew, because I'd recently uploaded my patterns, and this particular pattern I uploaded, I just knew would be perfect for this dress. Let me just clear a space. Sorry, I had boxes on my lap that I was going to show you later, but I've put them down now. So yes, this fabric, as I say, I think 3 meters. And again, I think it's a crepe. Anyway, it's very lightweight, very summery. So obviously I think I've missed the boat for this year, but it is this fabulous fabric here, which I'm hoping you can see has got different patterns and different colors. I'm not sure how well the color is showing up. It's like, hopefully if I hold it a bit closer, it's like a royal blue in those hearts. Then it has pale pinks, brighter pinks, yellows, greens in these gorgeous different patterns all throughout the fabric. And I just love this for a summer dress. And as I say, I had added a dress that I had to my app recently, and I'd completely forgotten I had this dress. So this fabric, and the dress is the, I'm going to have to look it up. Okay, so that's a prime example of why I need this app. Now I'm looking at it here, but hopefully what I'm looking at here, I will pop here. In my project section, I have this fabric, and then next to it, I have the dress. And the dress is the Spring Dress by So Love Patterns. Now, I am fairly confident that I've seen Liz from The Baker That Sews. I'm pretty sure she's made this. So do go check her out. And I just love, hopefully you'll see, it's such a pretty dress. And the floral design that they have on the photo I used in the app, I think just gave me the inspiration for this. Oh, wrong side. This gorgeous floaty summery fabric. So not only did I get this gorgeous fabric from the lovely Tamlyn in her de-stash, but as I said, I have got it in my projects on my phone, and I have the pattern. And in here, because I've saved the pattern, I know that I've got the pattern in a PDF and that I have not currently printed it out. So the first thing I will be doing when I do get around to that, which, okay, truthfully will be probably next summer now, because I think looking out the window, we may have had the last of our sunny days. But when I get it printed, I will go to the lovely guys at Fabuloso. You know I love them. I will pop their details in the description. Print it out, pop them together, and then in your app of the Stash Hub, you can update so it can say like printed, traced, cut out. And with my project, I'll be able to say whether it is, sorry, here we go, what season it is, whether it's cut out, whether I've sewn it, whether I've photographed it, and whether I've shared it, which is brilliant because obviously I often put things on Instagram, and then when I come to do my YouTubes, I cannot remember if I've shared them. So all of that is going to be kept a track of in my fabulous new app. So yes, there's a bit of a long waffle to say that it's a great app, and I'm really looking forward to when they finish tweaking it all and I can sign up and get the full version and use that to plan projects for the future. So that was the first thing that I wanted to talk about. The next thing was I'm going to briefly show you a couple of recent boxes that have been delivered. Firstly, I suspect it will come as no surprise, is the Think Pink box number 7 from Andrea and Keris at Beyond the Pink Door. So this is not really an unboxing because I would do the whole, this is how it comes, this is how it's wrapped, but I am going to show you quickly what I got. So the fabrics are shown on this postcard, and there was 2 colorways by the looks of it. And the postcards I love. Andrea always has great sayings. This one says, asking a seamstress to mend is like asking Michelangelo to paint your garage. So true. So I keep all the postcards, so I love that. The little items inside today's I absolutely love is this little make your own donut. So it's a felt decoration, which I've never done, but I'm really looking forward to it. Looking at that, it looks like it has a hanging ribbon possibly. So I'm hoping to pop it up on my wall when I've made it. So that's a fun little project. You get a really useful pack of universal needles, which can never have too many needles. And the thread to match your fabric. This is a slightly off-white, I think. And the other gift that comes, sorry, this was from the local business, which Andrea tries to do. I have to laugh because you may be able to see here, I have a little thank you card from the Dolly Tub. That was from when I bought some hand salve from them. And this gift from Andrea is their gorgeous hand salve. Now, if you've followed the unboxings of the Think Pink since day one, you will know that this came in the very first box. Now, I didn't get the very first box, but everybody kept saying it smelt lovely and it was gorgeous. So I went and bought one. So I have one on my bedside table, which I use every single day, which is getting close to finished. So I'm going to pop this one on my sewing desk here, so that I think when I finish sewing as a little pamper, I will put some of this gorgeous hand salve on, and it is just delicious. So that was a really lovely surprise that that's what the treat was. And then the fabric is a 2.5 meter cut of a seersucker, but it's no seersucker that I've ever seen, because normally they are plain striped or gingham is what I've normally seen for seersuckers, but this is floral, as you'll have seen from the postcard. So seersucker, hopefully you can see, is that crinkly texture, but look at this absolutely gorgeous floral, and my favorite color. So this is a blue, and funnily enough, I may do something different, but the two things I'm deciding between is the spring dress that I literally just showed you, I think would also be lovely in this. But I am rather addicted to the idea of a Saguaro set from the Friday Pattern Company. And I'm thinking the version that Alison from Sew Like Dotty, again, pop her details below if you do not follow her, which you really should. She did a wonderful version where she basically just did 2 backs. So the back is like that, as opposed to the front, which is a low cut crossover. So she did 2 backs, lowered the front a little bit, and then did the rest as normal. And I really fancy that in this gorgeous looking seersucker. So yeah, that was absolutely lovely. Did get mine a little bit later because we've had, obviously, if you're in the UK, you know, but for anyone who doesn't know, we've had postal strikes going on currently, and also a bank holiday. So I only got that yesterday, but I'm very excited to put that in my stash hub as a project. And I might put it as Saguaro pants and top for one, but I might do another project for spring dress. And then next year, come sort of springtime, I'll decide. The other box I wanted to show you is a kit box. And this is from the lovely Jess. And she has a shop here in Tavistock and also online called So Much More, which again, with everything, I'll pop in the details for you to check out. She's been doing some really good kits recently, which contain everything you need to make a specific item. And I managed to pick myself one up. Came in this lovely box and the So Much More logo on the sticker there. Now this one's not a really big kit because you don't need a lot. Again, as with all these companies, lovely presentation with the pink tissue and their sticker. But whatever you need will be included. And there is a little card there, and there is a QR code I can scan. So I can actually do a sew along, because Jess has done a sew along for this project, which is wonderful. And I'll just quickly read a sort of synopsis of the boxes. It says they provide everything you need to make your project from start to finish. Fabric, pattern, thread, and any notions are all included in the box. And you can simply follow the pattern instructions or the online video sew along that Jess has done. So I'm excited to have a look at the sew along. I have actually done, I have done my own sew along for this pattern very long time ago when I first started. And it is for the Ogden Cami. And as I've made this before, you might wonder why I bought this, because obviously it includes the pattern and fabric. Well, This was way back when I first, well, I say way back, it was only like 3 years ago, I think. When I first started sewing clothes, I bought the paper pattern. I cut into the paper pattern and I also altered it to add bust darts because it didn't have them. Now it is now a ruined pattern, basically. I have learned. I now trace patterns if I buy a physical pattern. So I shouldn't hopefully have to buy this for a third time. This should be it. So yes, it comes with the pattern. It's a very straightforward. If you don't know it, honestly, I don't know where you've been. Everybody who is anybody has made an Ogden Cami. They're a wonderful, basic, straightforward, very simple, I think, as well, to sew cami for the summer. Look like that. And the back and the front look very similar there. And so it comes with the pattern, comes with the thread, which I think this looks like it might be, yeah, it's recycled. I could tell by the green at the bottom. So that's really good as well. And then the fabric. Now, I think this one had maybe 4, 5, even 6. I think she might have added some fabrics choices. And I was really torn, but I ended up going with, no big surprise, a blue in this most gorgeous, and I think it's viscose. I will double check. This blue sort of animal print here. I absolutely love it. Hopefully you can see, again, like the one before, it's a very sort of royal blue. Which I think will be lovely as a cami. And so obviously you have enough there to make the Ogden Cami, I'm assuming, in any size. So I can't remember exactly how much it was, but what I will do is I will link the project box that I got, or at least the Ogden Cami if they don't do this fabric anymore. And then you can go and have a look at that and the other project boxes that she's done, because she does a few now. And I think they're a really great addition to her website. And I think it's, if you're not got lots of fabric like me, it's a great way to be able to make a pattern because you get everything that you need in that one box. So those were the 2 boxes that I wanted to talk about. Just going to consult my list to see what I was going to talk about. Ah, yes. So I was meant to be a tester for a new pattern recently. Unfortunately, time got away with me with the summer and with the children, and I unfortunately didn't get around to doing it. And so it has now been released. So I'm very excited to say that I'm going to make it very soon. And it is called the Atlas Trousers. And like I say, hopefully I'll pop in some photos. It is by Stitched in Wonderland, who hopefully you know, if you follow me, I love. I have tested quite a few of her patterns now. And Alice makes the most lovely, comfy, easy to make and sort of basics, I think, which are great. They're a real staple for your wardrobe, and I can't wait to make up these trousers. Now I have 2 fabrics because I'm undecided. I may make them in one colour and just use the other colour for the pockets, or I may use them in only one colour, in which case I don't know which one. So I'm not 100% sure what this fabric is. I'm fairly certain I got it from Make, and I will try and find out what it is. It's like a linen, but I don't think it is a linen. And I've got it in this really gorgeous, not really sure what colour you call that blue. It's a, don't know how well it's coming up, but it's a greeny blue, almost turquoise, but not quite. And I have 2 or 3 meters of that. It's got a really lovely weight to it, which I think would be great for trousers, but it's also nice and drapey. And I think it'll be lovely for this pattern. Or I've got the exact same fabric in this kind of ochre mustard. There, you can see the texture better on that one. Really lovely. And I was debating this colour with the pockets in this, maybe only on the back pockets. We'll see. It looks a great pattern. It's a elasticated back, which is great for comfort, but it's got a professional looking fly zip at the front, lovely deep pockets and pockets on the back. And I really can't wait to test that. So when I do get around to doing those trousers, I will give you a lot more detail. But in the meantime, make sure you go and check out Stitched in Wonderland, and especially pop over to Instagram because I know the testers have put their versions up and they are fabulous. One more thing that I've got to, no, not one more thing, because I've obviously got fabric. I always have fabric. When do I not have fabric to show you? One thing I did purchase that I wanted to share with you is these little gadgets here. Now, I mistakenly, well, not mistakenly, I bought them on Etsy. I put Etsy UK, but I didn't actually check when I was buying them. And it was only when the postage was huge that I noticed they were coming from Spain. But hey ho, they came very quickly, even with the strike. These are, I think, been made by a 3D printer, and they have a section for your spool there, and then a section for your Gutermann thread on the top, and then they clip into, and hopefully I'll take a photo of me with them on. I have the IKEA pegboards, and they fit there, and I just think that's going to be a really helpful thing to have when I'm working on a project. I do have bobbin minders that go in to the top, so you can put your bobbin on top and put this sort of bobbin minder and it keeps them together. I do have those for ones that are tucked away, but if I want them on my pegboard, then I've got about half a dozen of these, so I can use them for current projects. So I thought they were really good. As I said, I have fabric to show you, but I just wanted to quickly say, before I forget, because I did forget at the beginning, so I'm saying it now because people always ask. This is a New Look 6217, and you may well know I've made quite a few of these. It's one of my favourite patterns. It's a real go-to because it is literally a front piece and a back piece joined at the shoulders and the sides, and you know, so straightforward. It is meant to be made in a woven. I tend to make it in a stretch, in which case I just size down, and the woven has a join at the back and then a button closure at the top. I just omit the join by folding the seam allowance of the pattern in and then cutting the back piece on the fold. So I have one piece. And yeah, I love these. And this is a fabric, I want to say, I got from the lovely Jay, who is the Camden Stitch. I will 100% check that for you, back when she sold fabric, and I absolutely love it because all the colours in it will go with anything I'm wearing. And if I can do this without making a right hash of it, today I am wearing gorgeous khaki trousers with pink dots, which go with the pink, and I got those from Vinted. They are not me made. So anyway, I digressed. I have got fabric to show you before I sign off for today. The first one is one I had on a pre-order, and this is from the Facebook page I've mentioned before, which is very popular, and I didn't want to mention it because it's hard to get fabrics, they go so quick. But yeah, it's a lovely page called Fabric Heaven. This is a linen-like fabric, but it's not linen, and it has got these amazing colourful bugs, and I love it. I originally was thinking that I would do the Frida blouse, but I'm not 100% sure on the Frida blouse. I might try the Patina blouse instead, which I think is the Friday Pattern company. And yeah, don't you just love all those bugs? I mean, obviously not to everyone's taste, but you know me, I like a little bit of different. And the last fabric before I sign off is from the lovely Marie, who is the Fabric Revival. Now, I have got an exciting project coming up with Marie at some point this month, so stay tuned for that. But she had these amazing ginghams in, and I got a feeling these might be seersuckers, but they seem different to the other one. I will double check what they are and pop them on the screen. I literally wanted every single one that she had, but obviously budget would not allow for that, unfortunately. So I picked two I thought would complement each other. So I might use together or I might use separately. First one is this really lovely yellow with these sort of powder blue in this gorgeous gingham. And I think I got 2 meters of this. And yeah, it's really pretty. And I think those squares are just a lovely size. They're not too small because the really small ones remind me of my daughter's summer school uniform. Even though it's a different colour, they were always a small gingham check. So these are a nice slightly bigger size, and I think she had them in varying sizes, so do go check them out, obviously link below. And the other one is this gorgeous sort of pink and lilac, bright colours there, which I think is really lovely. Beautiful. And as I say, I think the two of them, I hopefully complement. I can't hold two at one time. Look, there you go. I'll disappear. I think they complement each other. And so I haven't put them in my project list yet. However, I did, as I said earlier in the video, I did put them onto the stash hub as soon as I ordered them, so that I know they are listed in my fabrics and I will not forget about them. So that's about all from me, guys. I just want to say thank you ever so much for watching as usual. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, I would absolutely love it if you could subscribe. And lastly, I have a new item on my YouTube videos. On the bit under the video where you have the like, dislike, etc., there is a little heart, and that is a super thanks. And if you would like to contribute at all to my channel, and by no means am I expecting anyone to do it, I love the fact you come here and there is no expectations, but if you would like to contribute at all, that is a way. If you click on that, you can make a payment directly to me and my channel, and I will plow that straight back in so that I can make more videos and more content for you guys that I hope you will enjoy. So I will leave it there. I will say happy sewing if you are doing any sewing, and I will see you all in my next video.